did you feel safe? Was it worth the hype? How expensive was it? What hotels did you stay at? What do you not like about each other when you travel? What gets us into the most fights when we travel? If I had to pick one thing that really irritates me, he did it over the courses of days.
Well, I can't
like
spread
he
it
did,
out, you know?
He did.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, of course.
Honey, you sound like
a radio
one of
voice.
those radio personalities.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You sound like a radio personality.
I was waiting for Ika to get her lip gloss on.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Demetrice. This is Ika.
I feel like we need to get some of those little podcast microphones, so it's like, hey guys, today on the demandika channel, we're gonna be talking about Tulum.
I don't have a podcast voice.
Did you just try to get into your podcast voice? Well, say you don't have a podcast voice? Okay. Should we start the video?
Let's start the video.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. Did you miss us? We missed you. On the videos that we're posting, you're asking questions about where to eat, places to stay, was it worth the hype? So we're gonna be answering all those questions for you in this video.
I feel like we got more questions on Tulum than we did on Greece.
You're right.
People are super curious about this place, so
Yeah.
okay, let's break it down.
Should we start?
Yes.
Okay, I have all the questions. You ready?
I'm ready, okay.
Okay, so first question. Why did you guys pick Tulum?
I'm gonna let you take that one.
I know, because I feel like I was the one that was like, ah. Okay, so originally I wanted to go to Bali, but we didn't have the time to go to Bali. It was too far, and when you're in Bali, you can't just spend a week. Like, I feel like it's like a month-long trip or 3-week long trip, right?
When we go to Bali, we're staying for at least a month.
Yeah, I figured Tulum would be the next Bali-ish place.
It's almost like it feels, and again, we've never been to Bali, but it feels like it's somewhat of a similar vibe.
That's what I thought,
you know?
yeah. And I mean, I haven't been to Bali, so I still don't know.
We didn't, book this super far in advance.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey, like we need to get away. So boom, Tulum was first on our list.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah, I pretty much went to Dimitri, I want to say maybe the week before, and was like, we should go somewhere. And then I'm like, let's do Tulum. Okay, how was the food?
The food, I would say, was like if I had to rate it out of 10,
Yeah.
like 5 or a 6 out of 10.
5 or 6.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yeah, when we booked our flights for Tulum, I did a bit of research online, and a lot of people said the food wasn't very good. So my expectations for the food wasn't high. I wasn't like, oh my God, the food ruined the experience. Because I already knew going in that people did say it wasn't the best.
Yeah, and there's some cool things there. Like there's a lot of like really fresh smoothie drinks. It's very kind of like that organic type of place. There was some good stuff there, especially for lunch, but it's not the type of place where you're going to Tulum just because the food is extraordinary.
Yeah. The next question is, did you feel safe? We got this question a lot. There wasn't a point where I felt like I was in danger. I felt pretty safe.
Yeah, like it's a tourist place. There's tourists everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt completely comfortable, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, like I got a few messages saying, be careful, be safe. So I'm not quite sure if there's things happening in the news or whatever, but for the most part, we did feel safe.
Yeah, I would say like it wasn't a concern of ours.
Yeah. What hotels did you stay at? So we stayed at a couple Airbnbs, and we stayed at 2 hotels. We stayed at Zulik, that is the place in our last video where we did the room tour. Then before that, we stayed at Kanan Hotel.
Azulik is the one that a lot of people see on TikTok and Instagram, right?
When it came to Azulik, we got so many questions about Azulik. Was it worth the hype? Would we go back there again? Would we recommend it? I don't regret us staying there because it was an experience and we wanted to try it to see if it was worth the hype. However, I would not recommend it. Overall comfortability of the room, I would rate it low, but the outside and surrounding area was very beautiful, and I would rate that, higher.
I'd give it a 6. It's worth the experience. I'm happy we did it. I don't need to go back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to tell them. So a lot of those like Instagram, TikTok moments that you see with like the really cool stuff, they have a museum at the hotel.
Yes.
So you can actually just buy a ticket to go to the museum and get your shots there. And so the hotel has a small museum, and they actually have an even bigger museum. If you have a car, you can rent a car and drive. It's about 30, 40 minutes north of Tulum. And then you can get a ton of shots there, and you don't have to spend $1,500 a night at the hotel. I like the Airbnbs.
Which one?
I liked them both, to be honest.
Okay.
For different reasons, but I will say the little condo communities that they're building there, they're very comfortable. They're pretty stylish rooms. A lot of them have like private pools or rooftop terraces with pools. It was cool. It felt like it was somewhere different, but it also was like, had everything that you would want.
Yeah, I'll tell you how we mapped out the trip. So when we first got there, we stayed at an Airbnb. And then in the middle of it, we stayed at the hotels. And at the end of it, we went back to another Airbnb.
I feel like it's also important to just tell them that Tulum, the town, is not on the water. There's a town that's like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from the water, and then there's like a strip on the beach with like a bunch of stuff to do and hotels and whatever.
And the beach is the more expensive area. El Centro is like the town, and that is a bit more cost effective. Aldea Zama, where we also stayed, is kind of like in the middle of the beach and the town.
This is where the condos are.
Yeah, so I feel like it's so confusing. I hope you guys are keeping up because I feel like we're just like all over the place.
I feel like anybody who actually is going to go to Tulum is going to find this extremely helpful.
Yes. Think of it this way. Tulum Beach, very expensive. El Centro on the more cost-effective side. Aldea Zama in the middle. So it's more expensive than El Centro, which is the town, but not as expensive as the beach area.
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah, and it's funny because it kind of works out like they actually kind of go that way geographically too. But anyways, that's a whole other thing.
Yes. Okay, so next one. Places where you ate.
Ooh.
Did we answer this already?
No,
we answered the food. Okay, places where we ate. I want to say, like, of the restaurants I've gone to, I had the best experience in Tulum.
Right.
Even if the food wasn't the best, Tulum literally has a way of giving you an experience.
Right.
There's this Greek restaurant called Ilios, and I thought it'd be super cool to check it out because Dimitri's Greek and just to get like a Greek experience in Tulum. And let me tell you, they did not disappoint. They had dancers, they had a show, they had fire, they had smashing plates. I was like, wait, what? Like it was bomb.
Customer service was really good.
Customer service was great there as well. I want to say if you guys are going to Tulum,
have to go there.
You guys have to go to Ilios. It was amazing. Another place called Rosa Negra.
Rosa Negra.
If you're going there with a group of people and you just want to go there, you don't care about spending a bunch of money and you want to have a good time, it's like you get to eat and party on your tabletop at the same time. Like, it's actually insane. It was really fun. They have sparklers. Like, you know when you go to a restaurant and they bring you a sparkler if it's your birthday? The bottle girls come out, you know, like, happy birthday. No, the entire restaurant gets it.
They literally pass them to everybody at the same time.
And they're just all going like that. I want to say was also a good time. Of the top two, I like those two restaurants just because, again, we're not saying the food is, oh my God, so amazing. But the experience made the food taste good.
Yeah. And like the food wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
But it's just not like, you're not going there for the food, you're going there for the experience. Mildly beef, okay, you know, again, I'm the money guy. Mildly beef with Rosa Negra. Okay, we ordered a ribeye steak. And it was the same price as a tequila shot. And the tequila shot, like, we're not talking about like a Zool or 1942. We're talking about like Jose Cuervo. Like, they were charging like $40 US for one, like, you know, bottom of the barrel shot. So show up a little lit.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm not joking, but like Dimitri actually would buy tequila and like make us take shots before going. He's
wow,
like,
you're making me look real bad right now. No, baby, we had a really proper experience and we weren't doing shots before walking into the restaurant.
No, but I want to say, like, that's also another tip that you could do. Like, if you're going there and you're on a budget, you go buy a bottle of tequila, go buy whatever, and then pre-drink at your hotel or at your place, and then hit the streets because they're gonna be charging you $30, $40 for a shot. Like, it's just a cost, a tip.
They make their money off the booze. And in El Centro, we also did find one really good taco stand, like really good, like super cheap, like dirt cheap.
But it's also so hard to tell them where to find it because there's so many of them, and we only found it once, babe.
We found it once?
Like, Dimitri's acting like, guys, I'm gonna tell you where to find it.
No.
You can't even tell them where to find it.
Here's the worst part. We would go back the next day.
It's gone.
And it's gone because like the taco stand is literally on wheels. So I don't know if it moved location or what.
They probably don't stay in the same place all the time.
I know, but I wish they would because I just want that taco.
That one taco was super good. Also, if you're in El Centro, visit Botanical Gardens. Is that am I saying?
Yeah. That place was great.
Botanical Gardens, That place was super great. Like best breakfast in terms of like staying in Tulum. The price wasn't bad, and like again, fresh, really good breakfast, and the atmosphere was nice as well.
Yeah, they had a little courtyard in the back, and it's kind of like jungly. It's cool.
So write those down. Botanical Garden in El Centro, Ilios. You have to choose between Ilios and Rosa Negra. I would say Ilios.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you can do both, then do those two. And the taco place that Dimitri's talking about, you probably won't be able to find it.
I don't know if they have a name.
Dimitri is talking about.
If I see that guy again, it's like living in here. Like I know.
Okay. Oh wow, how expensive was it? Was the next one?
Yeah.
How expensive was it?
It's
I like the numbers guy. Numbers guy.
It's pricey, and this is what kind of surprised me, because when we're going to Tulum, I'm like, okay, you know, it's Tulum, like, you know, Mexico's a little bit on the cheaper side. It's not. Like, it was up there with like Mykonos. Like, it was very expensive. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. If you're just, don't go there with the expectations that it's going to be like a cheap trip or anything, because it's pretty expensive. Like we said, the Zulik was like $1,500 a night. You know, tequila shots anywhere on the beach, you're looking at like 30 to 40 USD for a shot.
I'm like, wait, there is a place that has more expensive shots than downtown Toronto? Because downtown Toronto is a scam. So I was like, this is at like 30 bucks US for a shot? Are they okay?
If you think it's one of those like, oh yeah, they overpour and this and that, that's not.
If there are places like that in Tulum, we just
maybe we missed them.
We missed all those places. But I will say it's expensive. Like, it was more expensive than I thought it would be, and I am not even the frugal one in the relationship. So if I'm telling you it's expensive, it's pretty expensive. 100%, it's expensive, especially the taxis.
Oh boy, don't even get me started with the taxis. The
taxis were grossly expensive. If I had a choice between like walking and paying this, I would actually walk.
Yeah, and you had the stitches in your foot, so we did have to take the taxis. I will say, the taxis are a little bit of a scam. Okay, they're a little bit of a scam. If you're gonna use them, make sure you negotiate the price before you go anywhere, because if you get in the car and tell them to take you wherever, there's no meters, and they are literally just gonna charge you like triple what they should actually charge you, and you have no choice but to pay it.
Tulum had the most expensive taxi rates I've ever seen anywhere. I was just like, we were staying at a hotel. We had to go 5 minutes down the road on the beach. Like, he's not leaving the beach, he's staying on the beach, okay? And he tried to charge us $40 US for a 5-minute taxi drive. Now, I had stitches in my foot. We could have definitely walked it if I didn't have stitches in my foot. Dem had to negotiate it. I think you ended up paying like 30 or something, but for a $5 US, this is US dollars. We're in Canada, and you guys, our dollar is so low. Our dollar is struggling to stay alive, okay? So like, that's like 45 bucks Canadian. Like, that was just ridiculous. I was so, like, it was just so upsetting dealing with.
Everything's a negotiation. Yeah. Take our advice for it. Get a taxi.
Not get a taxi.
Get a car, rent a car. Our experience got immediately better the second we had our own means of transportation.
Rent the car before you get there, or like find someone. Like, we found Dem met this lady who's a realtor in Tulum, and she gave us a contact to call, and they gave us a really good rate for like 5 or 6 days in Tulum, and even took us to the airport. Yeah. Like, for the car. So that was really, like, that was better. But like, even like people online were like, oh, get a bicycle. When I was there, I'm like, where exactly do you want me to take this bicycle? Like, where am I going on that bicycle?
You're gonna be in the heat. Honestly, the bicycles,
it's like, not even the heat. Half of them are broken.
Half the bicycles in your Airbnb are in pretty rough shape.
And you can't ride that far. Like, it's like, you can't be on the road. Like,
get a car.
Get a car. Or get like one of those like little motorbikes if you want to.
A little like a Vespa or a moped.
You're a black girl, get a car.
There's also
black girls get a car.
There's also air conditioning in the car, and should it rain, you're okay.
Which it rained a lot when we were there.
And when it rains, it rains.
Yeah.
Like, it was real rain.
What did you regret not doing?
Oh, we didn't get a chance to go to a cenote.
I know. Can I tell you, that is my biggest regret. like people always say that Mexico, Tulum, they have the best cenotes, and you cannot visit Tulum and not visit a cenote. But guess who went to Tulum and did not visit a cenote? We did. When we got to Tulum, the plan was to take it easy so that my stitches could heal and my foot could feel better. And then the second half we'll visit the cenote when my feet was a bit more healed. Well, throughout the trip, my feet, because feet is foot. Yeah. Foot just sounds so like, foot just sounds scary.
For foot.
Okay, my foot got progressively worse. Like the stitches came out.
You know what? We made the absolute best of it, regardless. So it's okay.
And I think Dimitri wanted to see ruins, and he didn't get a chance to see the ruins. But like that is more of a regret for them and not for me, because I don't care to see old rocks. Like even when we're in Greece, like the Acropolis, what is it called?
The Acropolis. It's like the big, like, old, Parthenon in Athens.
Yeah, Dimitri's like, oh babe, we're gonna go hike up there. I'm like, hike where and what heat? To go look at old rocks? No thanks.
It's super hot up there.
Like
too.
I am not. So I didn't really care. I don't really care for ruins. It just does nothing for me. Dimitri has traveled a lot and always takes time to look at that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure that was like...
That's okay.
What do you wish you had packed but didn't?
Honestly, I packed really good. I didn't forget nothing. I got everything. I packed super light. I packed some shorts, a couple t-shirts, a couple tank tops, and like one pair of pants. It was warm. Like,
yeah.
You don't need much.
I wish I packed more flowy dresses.
True.
Because Tulum is very like flow, like
free,
dressed in the wind, free. And just, and I really wish I'd packed a bit more dresses that were like flowy and just a bit more airy. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
So if you're going, pack flowy, airy dresses. It just looks so beautiful there as well. Like,
true.
The girls that were wearing it looked really good. How is your foot? You know what? It's good. It didn't heal in the most attractive way because I was like just walking on it.
I think the stitches ripped open halfway through the trip, which was part of the problem, but she's good. She can walk. She's great.
What was the experience like? Overall, for us, this trip, I would say was like an 8 because we got what we needed to get out of it. Like we got time with each other. We had fun. Like we partied, we relaxed. Everything's not going to be perfect. Like you're gonna go somewhere where you thought, oh my gosh, I thought it'd be better, or I thought it'd be this or that. Do not let that ruin your time, okay? Because you're already there. Have the best time ever. Like you're with someone you love in a different country. Just make the best of it. And I think we made the best of it. So I would say my experience was great.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's also kind of like expectations, right? Because if you have an expectation for something and you go there, you could let that really ruin your time. For Dimitri and I, like we were looking for a place where we could go and get away often. And we have so many friends who have gone to Tulum and they're just like, oh, this is the spot, this is where we go. You know, a week here, a week there, like once a month they're there, or sometimes they're spending 2-3 months there. So for us, we're like, oh my gosh, like it'd be super good because it's like a 4-hour flight. You know, like let's see if we could make this place like a second home, and it really wasn't that for us.
You know, it's just not for us, I think.
Yeah.
For that type of experience.
Yeah.
Like we even looked at like some of the condos that were for sale because there's a lot of development going on there, and then like investment opportunities, but I think like it just didn't feel like our place.
Yeah. The taxi drivers, I'm joking.
Taxi drivers.
The taxi drivers ruined it for us. I'm joking.
I feel like when we do find that place though, it's gonna be dangerous. Cause it's gonna be like, all right, this is it. Like we're setting up shop.
Yeah. If you guys know of any places close to where we are, Toronto, that we could just hop on a flight, go there. It's beautiful. It's not like crazy expensive. It's like worth the getaway. Let us know in the comment section because we're still looking for that place.
I wish Greece was closer. You know, I wish Greece was like a 4-hour flight, not like a 10-hour flight.
Yeah, Greece is far.
Because it's just like, when you go to Greece, you feel like you gotta go for at least 2-3 weeks, you know?
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
I love a place where it's like, hey, we're going here 1 week in, out, you know, we just stay in our little Airbnb like that we rent out on the side, and then we stay there when we want to stay there. But that's kind of what we're looking for.
Was it worth the hype? Because Tulum is a very overhyped place, especially on social media. and people want to know, was it worth the hype? A lot of things aren't worth the hype.
I mean, everything looks better on social media.
Everything looks better on social media, and people are only showing like the best parts. Like guys, like for an instance, you know those Instagram spots in Tulum that you see on like everyone's Instagram or like TikToks or whatever? There's a lineup. There's a lineup just to get that picture. And like a long lineup. And I was like, I'm not gonna go in that lineup and wait for Dimitri's 2-star pictures. Like, not gonna happen.
Bring your tripod then.
Can you imagine people are like waiting for me and my tripod to get set up as I'm like...
And you just got it on timer and you just...
Yeah, like... But it's worth the experience. Like, it's worth checking it out for yourselves. Like, what works for us might not work for you. What works for you might not work for us. So
yeah, I'm happy we went. Like I can cross it off the list. Would we go back? I mean,
I'll hit up Bali first.
Yeah, I think we got other places we want to go before we return there. Yeah. But there is a lot of crazy stuff happening. That place is growing. Like they got an airport coming that's going to be directly to Tulum. So like I think that it's going to change a lot in the next little bit. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if it's for the better or for the worse. But yeah, it's a popular spot. There's lots to do. I think we're just gonna go check out some other spots before we go back.
For sure. I will also say, guys, just so you know, when you fly into Mexico, you are landing in Cancun, and then it's about an 1.5 to 2 hour drive to Tulum. So it's not like you're getting there and then you're at Tulum right away. It's a drive. Yeah. Things that you liked. I like that it looks really different. The place feels differently than like any other place I've ever been to. It feels very jungle-like. It's cool. It's really, really cool. I like the spas. I liked how different... You know I love my spas.
I know you love
my
massages.
Spas. They really do a good job of trying to keep the jungle feel in Tulum. When you're walking through that, it feels like you're in a completely different country, which we are, and I want to feel like it. If I was eating an orange, I'm like, wow, I'm like eating the best orange ever, because I'm just in the best environment ever. It's so cool.
It makes you feel like you're getting an experience.
Yes, just like,
even though like you're doing nothing, you're just like, wow, I'm walking through this street, which feels like you're in the middle of the jungle. It's
true. Like our first condo where we were at, we could like, it was built in the jungle as well. And like, just even going for the walk from that condo to the pool was amazing. That walk from the condo to the spa was amazing. It was just a nice feeling of feeling like you're not in like a concrete jungle. It was super nice. And it just felt different from anywhere else.
Felt very different.
Yeah, so I like that. You guys will like that too. I wish I had a better answer for what would I have packed but didn't pack.
I mean, you'd have to go through what you packed to show them what you packed. I know. So then they could see what you didn't pack.
I didn't pack. Did you prefer Tulum or Greece better? I'm gonna go on 3, because I feel like we have the same answer.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Greece. Sorry. I mean, you know what?
You know what? This is the thing too. Like, it's such a different experience because Dimitri is Greek. He's been going there since he was like 2 years old. He speaks the language. When I go to Greece, I feel like family. Like the places where we stay are places that we've stayed before. And the villas, like the people at the villas, they still remember us. Like, I feel like family. They make me feel like I'm Greek too, just because he's Greek. They really accept us with open arms. Their customer service is top notch, unmatched. The food's amazing. Is it pricey? Yes, but I feel like I get what I'm paying for. Tulum was great. It's what we needed. It was, you know, a good week away. But if you're gonna ask me to choose between Greece and Tulum, it's gonna be Greece.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, to give Tulum a fighting chance here, because like I said, it took us a while to figure out Tulum, where to stay, how to get around, do all these things where it's like, I've been going to Greece, I speak the language, I know how to get around, I know where to stay, I know what to do. So when we go to Greece, it's amazing.
He already did all the legwork for me to have a good time. Like he already went there and figured out what islands we should visit, what islands we shouldn't visit, like where to go. He already made all these connections. So when we get there, like people are just like, oh my gosh, you're so happy to see us. Whereas like, if we did that with Tulum, then maybe it'd be different as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we might have to revisit Tulum.
Yes.
But yeah, if you were to ask me, it's not comparable. I mean, Look, and
he's also Greek, so he's gonna say Greece.
But when you go to Greece, like even if I've never been there, the customer service there is insane. They treat you like royalty. They are genuinely happy that you're in their country. They want to make sure you have the best freaking experience ever, which I feel like we didn't get in Tulum everywhere.
Our expectations are too high.
I know we were comparing it to our last vacation, which I feel like it was almost unfair because they're just like, you know, they're different countries. As soon as that Greek air hits you, you're just like, ooh, I'm back.
Okay, somebody wanted to know what is happening with the wedding. So even though we asked you guys to ask us questions about Tulum, you guys did sneak in a couple wedding, engagement, all of this stuff. So like, let's just wrap it up into one answer, I guess. Like, why don't you wear your engagement ring and the wedding update, because it's been a while. I don't really wear my engagement ring on vacations. I just don't, because I have a tendency of losing things, and if I lost this, maybe we should get like one made so that I could wear it.
Like a little like spoof one.
Like a fake one.
Yeah.
So I could just wear it
Fugazi.
out. Oh my God.
I've always wanted
but
to
I'm
use that
also
word.
like always scared too of people being like, oh my gosh, can I see your ring? Because they ask. And then what if it's the fake one and they're just like...
I'm sure that's probably pretty close. Anyways,
yeah. And then the wedding update, like, we change our minds so much about like the wedding and stuff. Like 1 minute, we're just like, let's just go elope. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Like, let's just go elope. Like, you know, we don't have to have people there. Just us and the kids, and then we just go. But then we say, okay, we should just elope, and then like bring the kids, and it's just us and the kids. And then we'll say, okay, and like, and these 2 other people, and then these 2 other people, and then like these 3 other people, and then that's it.
And then before you know it, it's like we're back up to like 50 people. We're like, oh, okay, well, we're having a full-on wedding. And like when we were in Mexico, hey, we were totally open. Like we went to that museum where they host weddings. We're like, could this be a spot, right? And I will say that would be an awesome venue.
Yeah, it's an awesome venue. Just not.
I feel like it just doesn't mean enough to us.
Yeah.
But the venue itself,
it's
nice.
It's really nice. It's true. This one was kind of messy, but we thought it was kind of fun to put it in. It was like, what do you not like about each other when you travel? What gets us into the most fights when we travel? You know what's so funny? When we first started traveling together, so it went like this. So when we first started traveling together, like then we would get on each other's nerves a bit more. But then as you travel more, you get on each other's nerves less.
Yeah. Because
you're just now just accepting like, okay, fine, whatever, it's just that person. Like if I had to pick one thing that really irritates me about Dimitri when we travel, it's the working thing, babe. You gotta stop with the working thing.
I know.
Guys, he closed 2 deals while we're in Tulum. 2 deals.
What am I gonna do?
He was working. You worked, I wanna say 80% of that trip.
I didn't 80%.
Yeah.
Maybe. Come on.
Okay, fine.
80,
75.
Like 20.
No!
20.
How can you close 2 deals and only work 20%?
Well, they were listings.
No.
So like the other agent was doing a lot of the legwork.
So let me ask you something.
I just had to negotiate the deal.
So it's 20%, right?
Yeah.
How many Zoom calls did you do while we were there?
2.
I have proof.
I did 2.
So you did 2 Zoom calls.
2.
And you closed 2
3.
deals.
I did 3 Zoom calls.
3 Zoom calls. We're there for 8 days. You did 3 Zoom calls. How long are the Zoom calls? Each
Maybe
one?
an hour.
2 hours.
No one's doing
An hour
a Zoom
and a
call
half.
for 2 hours.
An hour and a half. An hour and a half. He's on there talking, and then on top of that, you closed 2 deals.
Yes.
And you want to convince us, that you literally only worked 20% while you were there.
Talking, yeah, because we're talking about maybe one like actual day. Maybe I put in. Maybe I put in a total of like 5 to 6 hours of actual work. No. But it chewed up like a full day, right?
No, okay. I wouldn't even care. See, we're arguing about it right now. I wouldn't even care. I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell. I wouldn't even care if he took 1 day to do all of it. That would be amazing. He did it over the courses of days.
Well, I can't
like
spread
he
it
did,
out, you know?
He did, like, so for him to be like, oh, it was like a 5-hour day. No.
It was like sprinkled throughout.
Throughout every day this man worked.
Look.
Every day. And then one night we were out, he's like, we have to go back early. I have a Zoom call early in the morning. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Okay,
You're working.
All right. Look, it comes with a job, all right?
No, you have to be able to turn it off sometimes.
Don't worry.
It was legit a little 8-day trip. You weren't gone for 3 weeks.
I know, but
you have to turn it off.
I felt like I still
See, it
relaxed.
still bothers me.
I still relaxed.
But I didn't argue with him. I just left him. Like, you know what? Like, while he does that, I'll go shoot my little
Okay, all right. Well, fine. You know, while I'm working, let's get into what you know, gets under my skin. But it doesn't even get under my skin that much anymore because I'm just used to it.
The mess?
The mess, you're late for everything. If we got dinner plans at 8, we ain't getting there till like 9:30.
That's a lie.
We're not leaving the hotel. The hotel looks like a bomb went off. There's a suitcase in front of the door that I trip over every time.
That's the truth. That's the truth. But the part where he said, we have dinner plans for 8, we're not getting there till 9, it's a lie. I want to know why it's a lie, you guys? Because in Tulum, you actually have to make reservations to get like good tables. I have never been late for a reservation, so you are a liar, sir. Take it back. Take it all the way back. I will own the suitcase from the door because I can't lie because you guys always do that. I will own the bathroom being a mess and all this stuff.
You guys, she's leaving and like she's got like one eyelash on trying to make dinner reservations, but you know what? There's nobody else I'd rather travel with.
It's true. Okay. I think we also became better travel companions.
Yeah.
The first trip we took together, I want to say...
She wanted to rip my eyeballs out.
No, like the first week, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's an amazing trip with my love. The second week, going on the third week, because it was just us. It was like a 3-week or 4-week. This man was getting on my last nerve. I was like, yo, this man is getting on my nerve. My last nerve. Whereas like now, I understand now. Like, he doesn't mean to get on my nerves. That's just the way Dimitri is. So you just learn to accept it. And like, as you accept me, right? You accept
Can I tell you, we got like, we actually had a really smooth trip. Like it went really, like
it's
really
true.
Good.
Like this trip, like we had so much fun, even though we were like, with certain things. Yeah. We literally had so much fun on this trip.
We made the best of it, for sure.
We really did. Whereas like, but it's just a testament that we're good travel companions. We're good travel companions.
To more trips.
To more trips. Cheers.
Where are we going next? Let us know down below.
Yes, let us know, you guys. Well, I'm actually leaving, Dimitri. Surprise. I'm leaving soon, but I won't say where. I won't say where, but I'm leaving soon. I'm going to be traveling a lot in April, this month. Yeah. Traveling a lot this month. And then
Miss Influencer here, you know, got some brand deals and I'm not, you know, pretty enough. And apparently now that the tripod has, you know, taken my place.
But let us know where you think we should visit. Okay, guys, St. Lucia has been on my mind for the past, I'm gonna say 2 years. It's been
Forever.
2 years?
Yeah, wow.
Jade Mountain. Like, I wanna go there so bad. Like, Dimitri, and if you go, you're not working, you know. You're not working
Jade Mountain, I don't even know if they got Wi-Fi there.
Great. I hope they don't. But
I'll be at the top of a mountain trying to get a signal.
Right? St. Lucia. So guys, I need for you to manifest St. Lucia for us. Please manifest it for us. I've been dying to go, and it's only a 4-hour flight.
Could be our spot.
Could be. It's expensive though, I heard.
Well, I mean, if it's our spot, it's our spot.
Yeah. But we gotta go there. But anyways, guys, let us know where you think we should go. Let us know where you want us to visit. Where have you gone that you had the best time, and where you think we should go? For our next giveaway,
we're ending this video.
We should give away a trip.
All right, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
We should give away a trip, though. That'd be so nice. Imagine we give away a trip
off camera. How about okay?
What if some people don't travel and they just need to go travel and experience a nice trip?
Yes.
If we could just set a budget and be like, you cannot go past this budget, and here is your trip. We'll book everything for you. That could be kind of cool.
500,000 subscribers.
You're so
You know what? We'll talk about it off camera.
You're so funny. But anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. If we did miss any of your questions, please go ahead and drop it in the comment section, and we will answer the questions there for you. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.